Welcome into Game 2 of the inaugural Gatlinburg Cap Classic here on the campus of Rocky Top Sports World in Gatlinburg Pittman High School. Team Courage versus Team Country. Squaring off here, Team Courage playing Game 1. Took an early lead against Team Honor, but Honor with the comeback win. And so Team Courage will look to get their first win of the day. And now we'll get introductions from the PA announcer.
Number 2, Jaden Jacobson. Number 3, Andrew Ryan. Number 5, Sean Robinson. Number 5, Jacob Edwards. Number 7, Kyle McFarland. Number 8, Gage Donaldson. Number 10, Colby Harrison. Number 14, Bolton Lawton. Number 19, Samuel Joyner. Number 24, Jack Rose. And number 55, J.R. Monroe.
Hey, Batgirls are Hannah, Janie, and Kylie Jacobson.
And your Batgirls are Hannah, Janie, and Kylie Jacobson. On the other side, for Team Country, number 3, Gary Miller. Number 7, James Isaminger. Number 7, Owen Billiot. Number 7, Jed Scott. Number 9, Elijah Donnell. Number 11, Keelan Averett. Number 11, Trip Evans. Number 15, Jagger Scott. Number 20, Mason Breeding. Number 21, Camden Diamasi. Number 27, Parker Everett. And your golden arm from the first game, number 99, Brian Lee. And your bat boy, Silas Isaminger. Moment of silence in the anthem?
Yep.
We're going to take a moment of silence before the national anthem. When you're ready to go, click it back up.
You want to announce her first?
Oh, yeah. That is my answer. Thank you. And here to sing our national anthem, Benita Aline Jones.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets spread bare, the bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave?
To the mound for the first pitch.
You want the second game?
Introductions are done. National anthem, check. Time for the first pitch. We've got a very special
Jacobson retired from the Army
first
after
pitch here.
21 years of service at the rank of Master Sergeant.
It's going to be Justin
Deployed twice in
Jacobson,
support of Operation
father of Jaden
Iraqi Freedom, he held the
Jaden
positions
Jacobson.
of team leader, squad leader, platoon sergeant, operations sergeant, and he retired from the position of senior instructor, where he managed 3 schoolhouses, 84 instructors, and graduated an average of 3,500 soldiers over a 3,500 soldiers a year from a 4-year military occupation career fields. Let's hear it for Mr. Jacobson.
That's a lot. No, you're good, you're good. That's a lot, that's a mouthful.
And his son Jaden is going to catch for him.
Where's he want the actual catcher?
Where does he want the actual catcher? He might be calling for the actual catcher.
Oh, he's
He's
ball.
gone for
Oh, a ball. Huh. Well, yeah. I guess you got to have a ball for the first pitch, you know.
He throws a strike and he starts the game.
Oh, just a bit short, but Jaden's got it, and of course we appreciate Justin for his service.
We'll get that. We'll get that.
I just have my champagne.
Like I said, Team Country coming up short in Game 1. Team Honor with the win, and here's Team Courage in Game 2. Team Country, head coach Steve Billiot, assistant coach Kevin Breeding. Team Courage, head coach Pete Krupchik, and assistant coach Mike Castera.
I figured, if they're money, they would think about it, but they didn't. There's footprints all over it. And there's still guys around.
Game 2 of the Gatlinburg Cap Classic for softball is going on right here on this channel. Spencer Tom said on the call for that game, and got all the kinks worked out. We have video from the first inning, so head over there. And also, for those interested about the video for Game 1, there will be raw footage uploaded to the YouTube channel here within the next couple days. We do have raw footage without scoreboard commentating. So that will be uploaded. We do have footage. And then, of course, innings 6 and 7, the video is there on YouTube already. So you can head over there and watch that and catch Game 2. Game 1 here for baseball. Absolute class. I mean, literally a classic, pardon the pun. Team Honor jumping out to the lead. Or Team Country, I'm sorry, jumped out to the lead. Team Honor able to pull out the win in that one. James Shannon here on the call from the campus of Rocky Top Sports World and Gatlinburg Pittman High School. And we're going to get it started for Team Courage. Number 5, Sean Robinson.
It will be number 5, Sean Robinson, leading off for Team Courage.
Robinson coming from Christchurch School, the Eagles out of Florida, led his team with a .397 batting average, led his team in hits and doubles. First pitch, a little high, called ball 1. Called strike 1. Foul ball.
Elite speed here. Elite speed.
Alcorn State signee in football. Full count here, 3-2. I'm sorry, now it is a full count. 2-2 previously. Bit outside, and Robinson with a leadoff walk.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. This is Bradley. Come on.
On the mound
First.
to start off, it's going to be number 7, Owen Billiot. Colby Harrison up to bat now, coming out of Cornerstone Christian. Oh, 1 count. Called strike 2. Robinson, the leadoff hitter, on first. No outs here in the top of the first. Bit outside, call for ball 1. Outside, called for ball 2. Robinson elects to stay put on second. Okay. Up high, and we got a full count. Speaking of full count, I want to give a big shout out to the premier sponsor for the Gatlinburg Cap Classic, Full Count Apparel. Got him swinging, fires to second. Passed ball fielded by center. So Robinson will move to second, but Harrison is out.
Harrison is out. Robinson advances to second.
Joining me up here in the booth is the junior from Tuscaloosa Christian. He is the winner of the Golden Arm Award for the best pitcher in Game 1. Brian Lee. Brian, appreciate you hopping up here, man.
Yes, sir.
Man, I'm gonna start it off with something fun right off the bat. I want you to give me your pregame tradition, because everyone knows about baseball being a very superstitious sport. So what's your pregame tradition?
Believe it or not, mine is I have to eat 2 Reese cups before I go out there and pitch.
Really?
Yep,
Just straight up Reese cups, or
just straight up.
have you dabbled in any of the new ones they've come out with, the peanut butter and jelly ones or anything?
I don't know. I tried a Crunch Bar, but I was injured that time and I got shelled. So.
You're like, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yep.
Are we going with the king size, or are we going with the regular size?
We're just getting the 2 of
two
them.
two pack. All right. We'll just drink some water with it, or
Yeah, I usually drink water first and then just orange Gatorade.
there you go. Ball 4 here for Harrison.
Ball 4.
He'll move to
sends in a
second.
row
Robinson
to
still
first base.
on second. 1 out. Well, being a junior, man,
Number 8. Doc,
what's something
up
you've
to
been able to
bat.
learn from some of the seniors on the team there at Tuscaloosa Christian?
Well, one big thing that I learned, at first I didn't play for a while, and then I came back my freshman year and started playing again. Is that I thought I was real behind, and one of the guys on the team, his name's Blake Tubbs, kind of taught me velocity isn't everything because he wasn't a big velo pitcher either, but he was able to get outs, and I kind of took a little bit after him to learn how to get those outs without having 80 miles an hour to go to.
Yeah, for sure. Well, what's your favorite pop-up here and snagged by Demasi for out number 2?
Pop up caught by Demasi. 2 out.
Well, what's your favorite memory, man,
Number
from
14,
this
Bolton
season so
Lawson
far
steps to the plate.
with Tuscaloosa Christian? Of course, if I'm not mistaken, you guys made the championship.
Yes, sir.
They're in the ACAA. But what's your favorite memory from this season, man?
We had, I think it was Eastwood. We played at home. And it's really my favorite because our coach is hilarious. He has the funniest reactions when bad things happen. I started the game. And
What's your coach's name?
Tommy Bosch.
All right, Coach Bosch. You get a shout out.
Well, normally he when something goes wrong, he'll say "good grief" or something like that. Start throwing his hat. But this game, I threw 6 innings. I allowed 2 runs, and then we were up by 9, and he pulled me out because I was going to be pitching a couple days later, and the relievers came in after me, allowed 9 runs, and he threw everything but his hat. He didn't say "good grief." He was throwing rocks at the fence. He was taking laps down to the foul pole. And we somehow still won that game. They tied it up.
Oh man!
And then we walked them off in the bottom of the 7th.
How many hat throws do you think you're responsible for this year?
Maybe 2 or 3.
2 or 3? Hey, that's not bad.
Not too many.
That ain't terrible.
He's a little tougher on me, though.
There's a pop-up here to right. And unable to make the grab, which will bring Robinson home.
Pop up to right
And
field.
it'll be a
Robinson will score on the play.
first
Runners
run of
in
the game for
corners.
Team Courage.
It will be Jayden Jacobson up to bat.
And that's Bolton Lawton with the single getting to first base. Well, obviously, you guys have a great setup there at Tuscaloosa Christian. I've gotten to do several football games from, technically your outfield is the football field, but you guys have a great field, great setup there. And so I wouldn't ask you to, and obviously that's going to be your favorite place to play it's always home.
Well,
but in terms of,
I will say my favorite place we play this
well, I
year.
was going to say, other than home, what's your favorite place to play? Here?
It's not so Russell, we had an away game at Russell, and their field got rained out a lot this year.
Right.
But we got to play at Meridian Community College, and they had a jumbotron.
Oh, that's
had a real
cool.
nice turf field. It was an experience. I mean, we lost that game, I think, 18-17.
Steals second.
But it was very. I mean, I couldn't even be mad that we lost. I just had a good time while I was there.
No, that's cool. That's cool, man. So what are we looking at? Obviously, just a junior, but got any looks for post high school or any thoughts
Well,
in terms of playing ball or
I
not?
haven't really got too many looks with college. I'd love to play if I could.
Demasi makes the catch.
Um,
And that
I
takes
don't
us to
expect
the
to go
bottom of the
nowhere
first.
above a
1-0.
D3 or a JUCO if I were to
Team
play.
Courage leads.
But I'm just hoping I can play a lot of men's league or something when I get out of high school at least. I just love playing the game.
There you go. Well, Brian, appreciate you joining me, man. I'll let you get back to it. Half the innings over. Demasi with the catch on the fly ball, and so that'll end top of the first. We'll head to the bottom of the first here in just a minute. back
Pitching
here in the bottom of the
for
first.
Team
Team
Courage. is
Courage.
Harris.
Team Courage took the lead. Robinson coming home, and so called strike here on Donnell. Colby Harrison on the mound, and called strike too. He's nicking that corner. Colby Harrison on the year, and a bit outside, ball one. Well, for 2024, Colby Harrison, 41 innings pitched, 67 strikeouts, and an average of 5.5 strikeouts per walk. He ended up being got a ball count here. Donnell still up to bat. He was ACAA All-State first team, and then All-State tourney team as well in the ACAA. Donnell with a hit. Past second. Right field's going to back him up on the hit, but that's going to be a leadoff single for Donnell. Team Country getting the single. I want to give a big thank you to Brian Lee for joining me there in the top of the first.
Donnell
Cool
is
opportunity
on
to
base.
get to know the young man. He's a good young man. The Golden Arm winner for
Parker
game one,
Rivera
best
up to
pitcher.
bat.
Harrison checks Donnell, who was just walking to second. Interesting setup there. Let's see if we can get a replay there. You'll see him on the replay.
Donnell takes
Just
second.
kind of walking. He didn't think he had the ball. He tried to toss it to Short, who was covering second. Nothing doing there. So now Averett up to bat. Call for the ball. Parker Averett up to bat, also out of Tuscaloosa Christian, teammates with Brian Lee there. 2023 and 2024 had the most stolen bases for Tuscaloosa Christian. Just a bit inside, ball three. Last year, on the name to the ACAA All-State first team for baseball. And a walk. So Averett will head to first.
Stepping up to bat,
And Harrison
number 7,
gonna
Owen
get a little-
Billion.
little visit there. Billiot coming up to bat now for Team Country. Billiot, the mentioned in the first game, the Bryan College commit, as well as Elijah Donnell, who currently is on second base. Billiot, strike one. Check, check. Low, and it'll be called for ball two, or ball one, rather. Billiot with the foul down the right field line. Strike two. And of course, game two for the Gatlinburg Cap Classic for softball taking place down on one of the lower fields, down on the lower softball field. Harrison will check Averett at first base. Spencer Tomset on the call down there for softball. Go ahead and head down head over and you can watch that link as well. Video up and running. Billiot, though. A bomb to left center. Robinson can't get it. Here comes Donnell around home, and he'll score. Team Country ties it up there.
Sends the first run home for Team Country.
Billiot will pull up at first.
Runners
Averett
on
at
first
second.
Keelan Averett steps into the batter's box.
And Keelan Averett, brother of Parker, out there on second base. At Tuscaloosa Christian. Halfway through the season so far, or when the nominations was sent in, had a .571 batting average. Foul there for Keelan. .571 batting average halfway through the season this year. It finished last season with a .568. Last year named the offensive MVP for Tuscaloosa Christian, and was also named to the ACAA All-State First Team for baseball. And in 2023 and in 2022. Strike two called there on Averett. Offensive MVP in 2022, the overall baseball MVP in 2023. And Averett will foul it back. Also very active off the diamond. May of 2023 was on the honor roll for Tuscaloosa Christian. July of 2022, he was the National Free Will Baptist Youth Competition First Place Award for Piano Duet. And in March of 2021, first place in the ACAA Fine Arts Competition in Dramatic Dialogue. And then in April, competed in the Free Will Baptist State Youth Competition and placed first in Piano Duet and Dramatic Monologue. And I only mention it because they put it on the nomination form. They wanted it to be said. Robinson snags it at center. Averett tags up at second. Heads to third. Short misses. Averett will pull up at third. Billiot will stay at first.
Robinson makes the catch. It will be Parker
So
Averett to third.
one out.
Runners in the corners. Mason Breeding up to bat.
Mason Breeding out of Ezel Harding Christian. Now batting. So Averett at third. Billiot at first. Harrison will check Averett. Just a bit outside. Billiot's going to take second. Averett will stay put
Billiot advances
at
to
third.
second. Runners on second and third.
So runners in scoring position, leading run at third. Here in the bottom of the first. One out. Breeding with a bomb to left field. To the fence. It stays in. Here comes Averett. Billiot rounding third. Fire in from left field. They try to get him at third. Pass ball. Breeding is going to head home. And Breeding, an inside the park home run. And I think on the replay you'll see him. You'll see him right there heading from second to third. Passed ball at third, and Breeding was looking around trying to figure out what they wanted him to do. And as soon as he got the signal, he was gone. So Team Country with a 4-1 lead. Mason Breeding from Ezel Harding Christian inside the park home run. And Jed Scott now up to bat. Called strike one. Jed Scott coming from the Southern Christian Patriots there in Alabama. Outside, ball one. Jed Scott on the year, up to the point of nominations, .295 batting average, 4 doubles, and 19 stolen bases. There's the hit, and out at first is Scott. Out number 2.
Stepping to the plate, number 15, Jagger Scott.
Now his brother Jagger up to bat. Let me clear those bases. Nobody on bases right now. Breeding cleared it with an inside the park home run. Harrison and Scott. Not sure if they faced each other, both being in Alabama. Not sure if they crossed paths in baseball. I don't think they crossed paths in football. Harrison, football player for Cornerstone Christian. There's Scott with a hit to third. And the punch out at first. That'll end the inning. Team Courage holds the damage to 4 runs.
At the end of 1, Team Country
But
leads
Team Country
4 to
with a
1.
4-1 lead. We'll step aside. We'll be right back with the second inning. Back here in the top of the 5th, or top of the 2nd, rather. Almost skipped us ahead. And I do need to correct the score here. It is 4-1. Ryan with a hit. And out at first.
The plays made it first.
Opening
1 out here at the top of the 2nd.
hit there on the opening pitch. First pitch of the 2nd inning. Pretty good run so far from Iseminger coming out of Heritage Christian there in Alabama. At the point of nominations, at the point that the nominations were sent in, he had pitched 30 innings, given up 25 hits, 17 earned runs, 51 strikeouts, 30 bases on balls. A solid year for the young man on the mound. So Ryan out. Called strike one. Up to bat now, Jacob Edwards. Coming out of the Pack Panthers. 371 batting average so far. There's a hit for him to short. He's going to be out at first. They got him, out number 2. Team Courage.
Donnell makes the throw to first, and that's 2 outs here in the inning. Number 7, Kyle McFarland to bat.
Down 2 outs. Team Country with the I mentioned the loss in game 1. Now with a 4-1 lead, and they jumped out to a lead in that game too. But Team Honor able to pull back, and Team Country buttoning down the hatches just a little bit. Good, solid defensive play, gameplay here so far. A little high, called for ball 2. Edwards mentioned out of Pack Panthers. I'm sorry, this is McFarland. Inside. Ball 3. This is McFarland batting. 390 batting average so far. On base percentage of .472. And now a full count for him. Speaking of full count, big shout out to our premier sponsor for the Gatlinburg Cap Classic, Full Count Apparel. And there's strike 3. Nope, strike 2. Now it's a full count. Eiseminger so far getting defensive help and holding his own there on the mound. A little high, and McFarland would get first base.
McFarland to first.
Bryson Harville now up to bat.
Harville steps into the batter's box.
Harville, the 3rd straight Pack Panther player here up to bat. Of course, their head coach is the head coach for Team Courage. He'll check McFarland at first. Harville, 259 batting average halfway through the season. We'll see what he could do here. A little high, called for ball 2. Eiseminger on the year. Ball 3. At least halfway through the year. Mentioned this earlier. 30 innings pitched. Gave up 25 hits, 17 earned runs, and 30 bases on balls. But 51 strikeouts. And this will be another base on balls.
Harville will head to first.
As Harville gets the walk.
Number 24, Jack Rose will be up to bat.
And so runners on first and second. Jack Rose up to bat now. Foul ball for Rose. Popped up. Rose out of the Christchurch School. Out of Florida, the Eagles. I called ball 1. He is a senior, getting the opportunity to close out his high school career here in Gatlinburg. Several seniors on these rosters, and outside ball 2. Several seniors on the roster, but a lot of non-seniors as well. A ton of juniors and sophomores. I think I saw a couple freshmen, so a lot of youth here at the Classic and opportunities to be make repeat appearances. Eiseminger will check McFarland there at second. Called strike 2. Eiseminger 1 strike away from closing out the inning, helping his team preserve that 4-1 lead. What a hit to right field, snagged, and that's out number 3. That'll do it. Breeding with the catch. That'll do it
That'll bring the inning to a close.
for the top of the second. We'll step aside and be right back with the bottom of the second here at the 2025 Gatlinburg Cap Class.
Iseminger steps to the plate to start the bottom of the second.
Back here in the bottom of the second, Iseminger, who was on the mound, will now start off batting. He'll get the ball. Harrison's still on the mound for Team Courage. Team Country holding on to a 4-1 lead. Just a bit high, 2-0. Great defensive play here at the Cap Classic. Out in the outfield, the infield whipping the ball around, especially now that the rain has died down. Catching is Gage Donaldson from Cornerstone Christian. He's a junior, so an opportunity to come back. And ball just a bit outside. Iseminger will get the base on balls to start the bottom of the second. Now coming up to bat, it's going to be Camden DeMasi.
DeMasi will step up.
He's from Pineview Christian. They're in Alabama. The Warriors led the team in batting average up to the point of nominations with a .462 average. Won the Most Devoted Player award for Pineview Christian in 2024. DeMasi fouls it straight back. Strike one. One more game to go after this as well, so don't go anywhere. Team Courage will take on Team Honor. DeMasi fouls it back again. That'll be a strike 2. No home runs. Yeah, out of the park home run so far. Had a in the park home run by Mason Breeding, who had the catch on that last out there in the top of the second. DeMasi punches it straight up the middle to center. That'll be a single. Robinson will field it. Iseminger will move to second.
Right down Broadway. Runners on first and second.
And so
Be Evans up to bat.
Country now with a runner in scoring position. DeMasi just an absolute bullet up the middle. Harrison having to step aside. Now up to bat, number 11, Trip Evans from Rocky Mount Academy in North Carolina. Talked about him a little bit there in game 1. Got him swinging for the strike. Mention that it's the inaugural Gatlinburg Cap Classic. Tried to have it last year. Had players nominated and selected, and all ready to go. Weather did not cooperate. Rescheduled it, and then a lot of schedules didn't line up with that for graduations, other reasons, and so this year able to put a product on the field. Love to see it. Of course, growing from the Gatlinburg Rising Stars and All-American games. The Black Bear Brawl, the kickoff classic. There's a lot of growth here at Rocky Top Sports World. Harrison's still on the mound here. Pitch outside, and Evans was going to go and didn't. They'll give him the ball. And a strike three. Evans wanted that one. He went swinging.
Evans strikes
Country
out.
would love
Miller to step up to bat.
to hold on to this. Or Courage would love to sit down Country. Country trying to expand on their lead. Pitch outside. Isaminger still at second. This is Garrick Miller. You think his parents wanted him to play baseball? Just a little bit. Harrison thought about checking Isaminger at second. He will not. Garrick, two sisters participating in the Cap Classic for softball down at the lower field. Spencer Tom sets on the call for those games. They'll say that Miller went for strike one. Outside, ball two. A lot of support here at the Cap Classic from the families of these players. Pop up here. And got it. It's going to be number 3, Andrew Ryan from Faith Christian with the second out.
Ryan makes the catch. 2 outs.
So 2 outs here in the bottom of the second.
Ryan Lee up to bat.
Team Courage trying to get back to offense. Trying to retie the game. And up to bat, look who it is. Brian Lee, who joined us in the top of the first, rather. The Golden Arm winner in game 1. Outside for ball 1. Colby Harrison on the mound right now. And Gage Donaldson catching. Love that they were able to keep the battery together. Outside for ball 2. Lee will pop it up for strike 2. Runner still at first and second. Isaminger out there at second, and Demasi there at first. Pop up for Lee. He buys another pitch. Still had one coming if this was a ball, but inside, ball 3, full count. Give a shout out to our premier sponsor for the Gatlinburg Cap Classic, Full Count Apparel, providing the hats, the shirts, the quarter zips. Lee punches it to third. And out number 3. That'll wrap up the second inning. Team Country sat down. Team Courage with an opportunity
4-1.
to tie it. We'll step aside when we come back. We'll have the third inning for you right here at the 2025 Gatlinburg Cap Classic. Back here in the top of the third, Team Courage with an opportunity
Samuel
to
Joyner
try
up to bat.
and tie the game. Joyner up to bat now. And I called strike one. Joyner out of the Pack Panthers. And on the mound right now, you're going to have Keelan Averett from Tuscaloosa Christian. Nail the inside corner. Strike one. Or strike two. Yeah, good call. Well, it's a good opportunity to introduce the young man joining me here. Strike three sits him down. Averett does. Introduce the young man that's joining me here for this inning. Coming out of Heritage Christian.
The batter's box.
Let me get that squared away right there. Coming out of Heritage Christian, Junior James Iseminger. I'm sorry. My bad. Appreciate you joining me, man. Man, you just pitched 2 innings. Helped your team hold on to that 4-1 lead, man. Coming out of game one, obviously it was tough to have the comeback happen and everything. But what was something that Coach told you guys between the games in terms of keeping your composure maybe?
He said that we beat that team as we had 7 errors. He said we don't make errors, we win games. He said even with the errors, we still can compete like we did. I mean, the final score was only 7-10, I think. And he told us to keep our composure, stay calm, be ready for the pitch because you never know which one's coming to you.
And a strike 2 there.
Oh, boy.
On Robinson. Well, man, baseball, I asked Brian Lee this earlier. Baseball's known for superstitions and stuff. So what's your biggest – here's a hit by Robinson on us in just a second. Out to center, out number 1. Robinson had a leadoff single in the first and now sat down. So baseball's full of superstitions and rituals and stuff. So what's a superstition you have and what's a ritual you have?
When you say superstition, is it like something that I like to
Like
do personally?
like you.
Okay. I always have my sliding mitt in my left back pocket, never the right. Even though I don't run bases in school ball because I catch, it's always in the back left pocket.
What happened the one time you put it in the right?
I think I was like over through 3 Ks the first time I got it, and I think since 8th grade I've worn my sliding mitt in the left pocket.
Fair enough.
Ritual. I always like to have an energy drink the morning of a game, especially if it's early.
What's the go-to?
I'm a big Ghost guy.
Okay.
I drink a lot of Ghost. So
All right.
a cherry limeade Ghost in the morning, that's what I'm going for.
See, Brian Lee said he had to have a 2-pack of Reese's Cups before the game. There's a strike 2 there.
Not a big eater during the games or before.
Really?
Yes, I'd really like to just have a drink or something.
What's the Colby Harrison here at the plate coming out of Cornerstone Christian? So obviously you guys have a great setup with your home field, but other than that, and this place, you can't beat this place. But what's your favorite place to play this year?
My favorite place to play is I've played at Alabama's field, but my favorite place to play, yes sir, I played at Alabama's
that's awesome.
field. I actually banged one off the wall there.
Really?
Yes sir.
Spencer calling the softball games. He just graduated from Alabama, and he'd be pretty jealous of you there.
Yes.
And strike 3 for Harrison. I'm sorry, and that's out number 3 there. I'll ask you real quick. Favorite place to play?
Favorite place,
Alabama field.
Lake Point Sports, Georgia.
There you
I've
go.
been there. It's beautiful.
4-1.
It's amazing.
Country league.
All turf fields. There's 12 of them. You can't get a better environment. Scouts everywhere. You can't
There
get
you
a
go.
better environment for high school baseball.
Yes, sir. Well, your team's sitting Team Courage down pretty quick there, so I'll let you get back to the dugout, man, and hopefully you get another chance to bat here. Hopefully your bats get busy and you guys can keep the lead there. But, man,
Hopefully.
I appreciate you joining
Yes,
me, man.
sir. Thank you very much
Thank
for
you.
having me.
Appreciate you. That's James Iseminger, senior from Heritage Christian. And so Team Country sits down Team Courage 1-2-3. We'll now head to the bottom of the third. And we'll step aside while Harrison warms up. Back here in the bottom of the third, Harrison still on the mound for Team Courage. Outside ball one. Big shout out to James Eisminger for joining me there. Here's a hit by Donnell. And he'll have a leadoff single here in the inning. Led off the game with a hit as well. So 2 for 2 here in this game.
Parker Averett steps to the bat.
Team Courage getting the bats going. There in the top of the third, you saw Keelan Averett from Tuscaloosa Christian on the mound for Team Country. They did the combine yesterday here at Rocky Top Sports World for the baseball players. During the pitching portion, he was clocking in low to mid-80s. And you saw that going right there. Sat those runners, the batters down 1, 2, 3 with some defensive help and defense really great defensive play. Got him at second. Donnell is out. Colby Donaldson guns him down. Let's get the replay on that. Gage Donaldson, sorry. Colby Harrison on the mound, Gage Donaldson catching. And you see right there, Donaldson guns him down at second. So 1 out here in the bottom of the third. Outside ball one. For those wondering, we are not playing favorites baseball over softball. Had the setup to have instant replay at the softball field. Had some technical issues there with the software, and so just had to get y'all some video at least. Took a little bit, but got y'all some video for down there at the field. Called strike one there here on Averett. Parker Averett coming out of Tuscaloosa Christian, ball two. Well, they'll say it'll hit him. They'll say it hit him. So he'll take first. Harrison, his first appearance of the day with Team Courage. Of course, they'll play the 7 o'clock game against Team Honor, who got the win in Game 1 over Team Country. Billiot now up to bat. Harrison will check Averett at first. Ball there, and they'll check him again. Strike one. Pop up, out at first. J.R. Monroe with the catch. That'll be out number 2.
It will be Keelan Averett stepping up to the plate.
Keelan Averett now up to bat. Had the mound last inning. And a ball here. Iseminger only giving up 1 run in the first and second. I believe it was in the first. Didn't give up any in the second, and then Averett there in the third with the shutout. Outside ball 2. And a ball 3. And up high, ball 4. Averett will take second, and his brother will head to second. He'll take first. Lots of brothers here.
The Averett brothers on first and second. Breeding will step into the batter's box.
Lots of brothers here in Gatlinburg. Have the Scott twins. Got the Averett brothers. Outside, and Donaldson quick to snag it. Breeding up to bat. Had the inside the park home run last time he was up to bat. It was tied at 1-all. 2 runners on. No, I'm sorry. Yeah, 2 runners on. And he made it a 4-1. 4-1 game. I'm sure Harrison remembers that. He was on the mound for it. Strike there on Breeding. Breeding swinging for the fences again. I'm going to have to keep an eye on Iseminger and see if that sliding glove ends up in his left pocket. If he changes it up. Oh, they say he went. Breeding went. Strike 2. Harrison 1 strike away from closing out the inning. Oh, they called the outside edge. They said he got it. And that will wrap up the 3rd inning. Pitching here in the last couple innings has just been absolutely on point. So Team Courage gets off the field here in the 3rd inning. We'll step aside. We'll be right back with the top of the 4th. Back here with the top of the first. J.R. Monroe up to bat. Averett on the mound and a strike. Averett taking care of business there in the third. 3 up, 3 down. Cut our interview with James Eisminger a little short, but it's all good. Monroe with the foul, and that is way out there. Hopefully it didn't hit a car. There was one earlier that almost hit a car. There's the hit by Monroe. Center field, and what a catch! Donnell with the catch.
Diving catch.
And a great hit. Great hit there by Monroe and Donnell. You can see, just barely see it out there, just the snag. It's a 1 out. Maybe in the next couple, Gage Donaldson up to bat now. Maybe at some point we'll get a camera operator that can zoom and do a little bit. First year, I had to kind of take it slow and kind of get things going, figure out how we're going to do it. Donaldson with the foul. Shorter, but in the same direction that Monroe hit his earlier. A 1 count. Again, mentioned it. Averett, when they did the bullpen sessions during the scouting combine yesterday here at Rocky Top Sports World, Averett pitching low to mid 80s. You think, oh, that doesn't sound like a whole lot. You know, major leaguers are up in the 90s. I dare you to try to hit an 80 mile an hour pitch. Go for it. Let me know how that goes for you. 2-1 count. Oh, he nicked the corner. Averett with a 2-2 count here on Donaldson. What a hit by Donaldson. Out to Donnell. He's got his second snag in a row. And let's get the replay there.
Donnell makes the play. 2 outs.
Great hit by Donaldson.
Bolton Lawson steps up to the plate.
And Donnell in the right spot. So Bolton Lawton up to bat now. A little bit of a drizzle coming in here. Been dealing with it on and off all game. Actually, for both of the games, a little high, called ball 1. Down at the lower softball field, of course, you got the Gatlinburg Cap Classic for softball going on, game 2, called strike 1. Heading into the 7th inning, it's 3-2. Spencer Tomset on the call on that one, and of course, you can find the broadcast right here on the Gatlinburg Cap Classic YouTube channel. Get both these games going. Good games. Both very defensive games. First game's very offensive heavy. 17 runs scored in the first one. 14 scored in the first softball game. A blowout win, 13-1 there. Of course, up here at the baseball field, a little bit better situation for the fans. There's ball 4, and Lawton will head to first base. A little bit better setup here for the baseball fans. There's a little bit of a coverage here at the stands.
Jacobson stepping into the batter's box.
Feel bad for the people down at the softball field. Nothing for them down there. So now up to bat. Going to have number 2. And ball 1. Your number 2, Jaden Jacobson, coming out of the Augusta Eagles. Called strike 1. up to the point of nominations for his senior year. 19 games played, 462 batting average. Here's a hit. Missed at first base. Second base will have it. And now runners at first and second.
Jacobson makes it to
There's
first.
the hit for
Runners on
Jacobson.
First and second. Andrew
Which a
Ryan
462
steps up to
batting
the plate.
average. Out of 65 at-bats, 35 runs. 17 stolen bases, so keep an eye on Jacobson here. Of course, he does have a man in front of him here. Pass ball. And he will head home. Wild throw to the outfield. And this is Lawton coming in, giving Team Courage a 4-2, cutting the lead to 4-2. A little bit of wild ball play, of course. Rain coming down pretty good. Good reason for a couple of the missed balls. Can't fault the young men for that. 2 outs here in the top of the fourth. Breeding unable to snag it. He'll throw to third, and Jacobson is safe. So, tying run here at the plate. This is number 3, Andrew Ryan from Faith Christian there in North Carolina. Solid year for the sophomore. I mentioned this earlier. A lot of underclassmen on these rosters. A lot of opportunities to be repeat participants here at the Gatlinburg Cap Classic. Ryan on the season up to the point of nominations. 481 batting average, 6 doubles, had a home run, 20 RBIs. Out of 54 at-bats. And that is ball 4. I apologize on the count. Fell behind on getting it updated.
Ryan will go to first base.
Ryan with a walk and Averett. First sign of slippage here. Now, of course, granted, it's pouring down rain. So, going to give him just a little bit of slack.
Edwards steps up to bat.
So, tying run at first base, leading run coming up to the plate here. This is Jacob Edwards. And they've called a balk. So Jacobson will go home.
They called a balk. Ryan to second. Jacobson will score. 4-3.
They did down there. They have done it up here. Oh, I gotcha. Yeah, that sounds.
So 4-3 here.
I gotcha. Well, they're way ahead, so I don't see any problem with that. Well, they probably want to finish. I mean, we're already planning to start over an hour early, anyways. So I say let's just
Up high.
wait it out. Wait for it to slow down enough to play.
Ryan advances
There's the
to
ball.
third.
Hey, a little idea.
Ryan
Some time is if he wants to interview some players during the delay.
Ryan moves to third.
Fits that idea, Tim. All right, thanks.
So Averett slipping just a little bit here and it could be due to the rain that's coming down. Ball there, Edwards up to bat, coming out of the Pack Panthers. 371 batting average, called strike. 444 on base percentage. 516 slugging percentage. And there's a base on balls. So Edwards will head to first.
Kyle McFarland steps up to bat.
And Breeding will have a little discuss with Averett out there on the mound. Coach is heading out there as well. McFarland will be next up to bat. While the coach has a mound visit, we will step aside here at the 2025 Gatlinburg Cap Classic. Back here in the top of the fourth. A mound visit for Keelan Averett. Got McFarland swinging, strike one. Rain's still coming down a little bit. You can see it a little bit on the screen there. Inside, ball one. Passed ball at first. Edwards decides to stay put, but Ryan comes across the plate, and we are tied at 4. McFarland's still at the plate. You'll see the players on defense, something cool they're doing with all the players, but you'll see something cool that they're doing here at the Cap Classic. The guys get to wear their uniforms one more time, especially these seniors. It's special for these seniors. Get to wear their uniform one more time. And they all have the red Cap Classic hat, of course, courtesy of our sponsor, our premier sponsor, Full Count Apparel. Inside, almost got McFarland, but they'll say it missed him. Ball 2. Swinging, strike 2. And a strike 3. Averett gets him. Team Courage, tied it up.
Strike 3.
But Team Courage
We're knotted up at 4.
able to tie up the game. We'll step aside when we come back. We'll have the bottom of the 4th here at the 2025 Gatlinburg Cap Classic.
batter's box. It'll be
Back
Rose
here
to pitch.
in the bottom of the fourth, Jed Scott up to bat. And strike. Jack Rose on the mound now for Team Courage. A foul ball. Scott trying to get the bunt in. Jack Rose, the senior from Christ Church School there in Florida. Led the team in wins and ERA and pitching. 13 appearances with a 5-0 record. There's a hit from Scott straight to first base and straight to an out. One out. Rose with a 1.12 ERA and played varsity all 4 years there at Christ Church. I believe it's Christ Church Academy. I might have been saying it wrong. I said Christ Church School. Christ Church Academy. There in Florida. So now his brother will see how he can do. Tie game here in the bottom of the fourth at the 2025 Gatlinburg Cap Classic. A little dribbler to third. And Ryan unable to scoop it. And Scott's going to get to first. One out. And a runner and the winning run on first base here. Rain has died down here on the campus of Rocky Top Sports World, Gatlinburg Pittman High School. Really raised some raised some havoc in the top of the fourth for Averett. Rose decided to try and pick Scott. Nothing new. And Eiseminger up to bat now. You'll remember he joined us in the top of the third inning. Batting glove is in the left pocket. I can confirm. Pitch is a ball. Got past second.
Scott steals second.
To the outfield, Jagger Scott with the snag. 22 stolen bases now. I believe he had a stolen one in the first game as well. So 22 stolen base, 20 up to the point of nominations. Not sure how many he had after that. And so confirmed 22 stolen bases though. Inside, ball one. Eiseminger coming out of Heritage Christian there in Alabama. The one that's in AISA. Hit, and it's a fair ball. Here comes Scott heading home. Eiseminger will round first. He'll go to second. And he's safe. Let's get the replay there.
Scott scores.
Eiseminger right down the line, and you lose it there on the camera shot. But you'll see him bringing it back in. Just inside the line. Let's see if we can hit that replay one more time. There we go. Just inside. Just for good measure. Let's see if we can get it one more time. Super slow. Nope. Used up all the replays. So now a 5-4 lead for Team Country. They retake the lead here. DeMasi up to bat, coming out of Pineview Christian in Alabama. Low ball one. Hit for DeMasi to third. Scott decides to try for third. DeMasi out at first. Scott. No, that's Iseminger, rather. Iseminger went to third, and he's safe at third. And Ryan with the bazooka to first for the out. 2 outs, bottom of the fourth. Team Country has retaken their lead.
Steps to the batter's box.
Trip Evans coming out of Rocky Mount Academy, now up to bat. And a foul ball. Well, if he gets a hold of one, if he gets a hold of one, it's gone. You got to think. Again, no outside the park home run so far today. Had one inside by Mason Breeding from Ezel Harding Christian. Ball 1. Jack Rose on the mound. From Christchurch School. They're in Florida. Or Academy. Christchurch Academy. And a ball 2. Evans gets a hold of it, hit to third, and what a scoop by Colby Harrison, I believe. That's J.R. Monroe, rather.
Great play by Monroe at first, and that'll get us out of the inning.
The scoop and the throw and the scoop by J.R. Monroe gets us out of the fourth inning, mitigates the damage. 5-4 the score. We'll step aside. When we come back, we'll have the 5th inning from the 2025 Gatlinburg Cap Classic. Back here in the top of the fifth at the 2025 Gatlinburg Cap Classic, Harville up to bat now. Jagger Scott on the mound for Team Country. Iseminger the first 2 innings. Averett the third and the fourth inning. Scott coming in to pitch here. Jagger Scott, that is, up to pitch here. And, of course, he can't there's a hit. Mishandled, and it'll be a leadoff single. We'll get that score fixed real quick.
Harville to first. It will be Rose to step up to the plate.
We'll get these runs fixed real quick. There we go, 5-4. Jagger Scott on the mound for Team Country. And a leadoff single here for Harville. Jagger Scott on the mound, and it could only be him. Oh, here's a hit. And misplay at second. So Harville will get to second. Well, joining me up here in the booth is the brother of the man that's on the mound right now, Jed Scott. We'll get the headset on him there.
There we go.
Jed, first off, your brother out there on the mound.
Oh yeah.
You get a chance to root him. Get a nice shot of him there, man. Man, getting to come up here to Gatlinburg multiple times in a year. There's not many guys that of course, that play baseball and football and then play it at a level that you get invited to come up here multiple times a year. It's got to be a special feeling.
Oh yeah, 100%. I'm grateful, 100%.
Man, I ask everybody. I've asked Iseminger and then Lee. Of course, baseball's full of traditions, superstitions, rituals.
Yeah.
So I got to ask you, what's one of your superstitions and what's one of your rituals?
One of my things.
Go ahead and pull that mic up just a little
Pull it
bit.
up. I got you.
There, we'll
right
get
here.
this. Right.
There we go.
There we go. Cool.
That's way more clear. Got you. One of my superstitions is it's kind of like the opposite of what most guys believe. Is like if you step on the line before the game, you'll have bad luck. I step on the line purposely so I'll have good luck. It's like you got to psych it out a little bit or something.
Oh man, what's a ritual you've got? What's something you gotta?
Honestly,
So I'll preface it. So Brian Lee had to have a 2-pack of Reese's before the game.
Yep.
And then Iseminger was a cherry limeade ghost.
Oh, okay, I
Before the
got you.
game.
Yeah.
So what's something you've got?
Something. I don't drink energy drinks, but if I had to choose something, it's usually like a chocolate payday or something before.
Okay.
And then there's these little raspberry gummies they got on the at a gas station
Like the
where I'm
Haribo
from.
ones.
Something. It's an off name brand, but it's real good. And I'll have some of those before. But always my ritual before the game is praying.
Okay.
Like I pray
Yeah.
before every game. So.
For sure, yeah. So we're going prayer, raspberry gummies,
Mhm.
and a chocolate payday.
Oh yeah, 100%.
All right, there you go. There
Yes,
you go.
sir.
Well, man, what's obviously you guys have a great field that you guys play at, and then there's a pass ball here, and Harville will move to third.
Ball gets away from him right there. Harville advances to third. Rose to second.
Rose at second. Of course, great setup here. You guys have a great field, but other than that, what was your favorite place to play this year?
Favorite place to play? Let's see. We played East Central up in I think it was the Met.
Okay.
And it was a turf. It was probably
wow.
my favorite. Yeah, it was sick.
That's
It
pretty
wasn't
cool.
the big stadium, but it was where they I think they practice. So
Yeah,
it was really cool.
that's cool. That's cool. There's a hit here
Come on, kid.
out at first,
There we go.
and out number one.
Harville will score right there.
Harville will bring it in, though, and tie up the game.
Yeah, that's what he told me.
Robinson up to bat now, a Alcorn State signee.
Robinson
football.
steps to the plate. We're not up at 5.
So leading run at third. First and second are clear. Well, Jed, I mentioned getting to do this with your brother. Obviously, you guys playing football, being All-Americans in football. Now you're All-Americans in baseball.
Yeah.
As strike one here on Robinson. How cool is it to be able to do that with your brother? Not just play ball, but play ball at a level that other people are like, hey, he's pretty good.
Yeah.
That's got to be special.
Oh yeah, it's really special. I don't know where I'd be without him for real. I feel like it's great to have somebody to like talk to. Like I feel like some of these guys don't got nobody to like talk to their stuff,
Yeah.
and I can like vent to him about something, and I won't tell
And you're on
nobody.
the,
else.
on the same page. He's like, yeah, I get you, man.
Sometimes, yeah.
Sometimes.
We argue a lot. but-
There's Robinson with the hit to short,
Got him.
and he's safe at first. Mishandled
First, Rose will
mishandled
score.
fielding there.
6-5. Courage takes the lead.
Little water left on the ground. Rose will come in. And so Team Courage takes their first lead of the game, kind of reminiscent of that game one. Team Country had the lead for the majority of the game. Team Honor pulling ahead there at the end of the game, able to pull out the win. Well, man, what's your favorite memory so far of this season?
Of this season.
Let's say outside of this.
Outside of this, okay, I got you. Well, I would say we recruited this guy from another team, and like I was the one that like approached him and was like, hey, you want to come play for us and stuff? And he's like a really cool dude. I think just spending the time. His name's Caleb Chapman.
Yeah.
Shout out to him if he's watching. But yeah, that's one of my boys, and he's really cool. I think just spending a lot of time with him and getting to know him more is really sick.
There's the hit
Dang, son.
by Harrison and out at center. Averett, I believe, with the snag. We'll hit the
Parker
replay
Averett
here.
with the
Parker
snag in
Averett
center field.
with the catch and Harrison out. So Robinson at first. And now J.R. Monroe up to bat.
Oh yeah.
Jagger Scott still on the mound for Team Country. Well, what's your favorite memory being up here so far, man? Of course, you guys been able to be up here for a couple days and
Yeah.
get to experience everything. There's a hit from Monroe, deep. What a snag by Averett.
Great.
Second snag for him.
Wow.
And that is out number 3. Back-to-back robberies by Averett.
2/3 of the earth is covered by water.
So
Averett and
Breeding really making a case for both of them making a case with their outfield play. Breeding with the in the park home run. Did y'all do anything special with him when he got to the dugout after that?
Oh yeah. Well, I was walking up, but I think they celebrating and stuff. So
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. Well, Jed, appreciate you joining me, man. I'm gonna let you
yeah.
get back down
Yes,
there.
sir. 100%.
And but thanks for coming up
Thanks
here.
for having me. Yes, sir.
When we come back, we'll have the bottom of the 5th inning.
Miller to step into the batter's box. It will be Rose on the mound.
Back here in the bottom of the fifth, Garrick Miller up to bat. Jack Rose still on the mound for Team Country. Or Team Courage, rather. Miller, leadoff hit, snagged in right field for out number one. Let's get the replay here. Jacob Edwards from the Pack Panthers with the grab, and you'll see him just tracking it down. Bam. Got him. So one out here, and a pitch way inside on Brian Lee. He's able to get down and avoid it for ball one. Back and forth game here. In case you're just tuning in, Team Courage, first run of the game. A little high, called for ball two. Team Courage, first run of the game. Team Country took a 4-1 lead. Team Courage came back to make it a 6-4 game. And then Team Country able to make it a 6-5. There's a foul ball for Lee. Strike one. Gage Donaldson holding down, catching position there behind the plate. Doing a great job so far. There's called strike. Rose getting that one. You got to love a game that, 11 runs scored and you still got some great defensive plays. Great catches in the outfield, infield, whipping the ball around. Nothing like it. Full count. Swinging got Lee. Rose with the second out of the inning. I mentioned the full count there on Brian Lee, and it's a great chance to give a thank you to our premier sponsor for the Gatlinburg Cap Classic, Full Count Apparel, responsible for the hats that you see all the players wearing on the field, coaches, people off the field. There's a hit by Donnell, passed short, and Robinson snags it in center field, leadoff single. Just to correct myself, full count, not doing the hats, but they did do the shirts. They did the quarter zips, if I'm not mistaken. Nope, just the shirts. But a big shout-out. Hey, that's a lot of shirts that had to get made and spread around. Whole lot of shirts, because you're talking about all the baseball players, all the softball players, all the coaches. So shout-out to Full Count Apparel for that. So Donnell with a single. He's 2 for 3 on the day. And Parker Averett now up to bat, coming out of Tuscaloosa Christian. Rose will check Donnell at first. Game 2 of the Gatlinburg Cap Classic for softball just wrapping up. There's a hit by Averett. Punched it into right center, fielded by Robinson. He's going to fire it in to the shortstop, who's the cutoff. So Donnell will make it to third. Averett will pull up at first.
Runners in the corners. It will be Billiot up to the batter's box.
So tying run at third, winning run at first. And Donaldson's going to come out and talk to Rose a little bit. Owen Billiot up to bat now, coming out of Ezel Harding Christian there in Antioch, Tennessee. Players from Alabama, Mississippi, Florida, Tennessee, North Carolina, and South Carolina here at the Gatlinburg Cap Classic. And for softball as well. 7 states total between baseball and softball. Love to see the participation here in the first year. A little bit outside. Averett just takes second. So both runners in scoring position. Just a bit outside for ball 2. There's a hit from Billiot, fielded by Rose. And out at first, out number 3. Rose gets them out of the 5th inning. Team Courage will have an opportunity to grow their lead when we come back here at the 2025 Gatlinburg Cap Classic. Back here at the 2025 Gatlinburg Cap Classic here on the campus of Rocky Top Sports World and Gatlinburg Pittman High School. Jagger Rose still on the mound. Gage Donaldson up to bat now. Here in the top of the 6th. There we go. Nope, 6-5. Got to fix that. There we go. Donaldson, another foul ball. Heading off towards the cars. One more game to go after this. Here at the Gatlinburg Cap Classic. Team Courage will take on Team Honor, who got the win in Game 1. Donaldson with a pop-up to right center. Snagged by the second baseman. And out number 1. Team Courage looking to expand their lead. Team Country needs to get back on offense, put some runs up. This game almost playing out exactly like the first one. Team Country held the lead for quite a bit. And at the very end, Team Honor able to come back. Called strike 1 for Jagger Scott. Foul ball here. Batting is number 14 from the Cornerstone Christian Eagles in Alabama, Bolton Lawton. 588 batting average so far on the season, about halfway through the season. 667 on-base percentage. And there's the hit from Lawton. Popped up. Once again, that's Breeding. Second snag of the game for him. I mean, he got lucky. He's gotten 4 hits, four balls hit right to him. But snagging him. Of course, his teammates, Billiot and Donnell, Bryan College commits. Jaden Jacobson now up to bat, coming out of the Augusta Eagles. Senior for the Eagles, so closing out his high school career right here in Gatlinburg. Inside for the ball. They'll say he didn't go. Isaminger wanted the call. He wanted that bad. There's Jacobson. Pop up. And the catch. I believe that was Ryan. No, Evans. Trip Evans with the catch. So for Team Courage, 3 up, 3 down, 6-5 when we come back. We'll have the bottom of the 6th inning for you here at the 2025 Gatlinburg Cap Classic. Back here in the bottom of the sixth. We'll get that fixed here in just a second. Bottom of the sixth here at the 2025 Gatlinburg Cap Classic. Keelan Averett up to bat now. Rose still on the mound for Team Courage. Team Country looking to get even, and that's a good start. Averett punches it to right field and has a single right off the bat. And will you look who's coming up to bat? Mason Breeding. Oh, hey, good to see you. Mason Breeding up to bat now with the inside the park home run earlier in the game. And a pop-up foul. So tying run at first. Keelan Averett. Oh, got the outside edge. Strike two for Rose. Foul ball here on for Breeding. Buys himself another pitch. 1-2 the count. Of course, game 3 for the Gatlinburg Cap Classic for softball going on down at the lower field. Broadcast right here on the channel. Rose will check Averett at first. Spencer Thompson on the call down there for that game. Low pitch and a ball 2 for Breeding. Breeding 2 for 3. No, 1 for 2 on the day, I believe. Maybe I'm wrong. I know Donnell is 2 for 3. Pitch behind him. There's a hit by Breeding. And out in right field. That wasn't an easy snag either. But out number 1. Harville with the snag. You'll see right there. Closing in. Boom. Sliding catch.
Jed Scott steps to the batter's box.
So Jed Scott joined us here in the top of the 5th. Big shout out to Brian Lee, James Eiseminger, and Jed Scott. Low for a ball 1. 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th. Jed Scott looking to push Averett around. Averett is the tying run. Jed with a pop-up. And the out. Caught it short. 2 outs.
Jagger Scott steps into the batter's box.
And now his
2
brother
outs.
Jagger step into the box. He's been working the mound for Team Courage. I'm sorry, Team Country. Worked the mound for the last 2 innings. Down low, called for a ball. Andrew Ryan in at catcher. Coming out of Faith Christian in North Carolina, the Faith Christian Patriots. And a ball. Ryan, a sophomore from the Tar Heel State. Outside for a ball. Scott and Ryan, 2 guys we could see here again next year. Ryan, the sophomore, Scott, a junior. And called strike. Gonna say he got the edge. 3-1. Jagger Scott with a bomb to left center. And a snag by Robinson. What a grab by the football commit to Alcorn State here on the diamond.
Runs it down in left center, and that's the end of the
And
inning.
that is 3 up, 4 up, 3 down. Team Country unable to get the comeback going. They'll get one more inning to do it, though. Maybe 2. We'll see. But when we come back, we'll have the top of the 7th inning right here at the 2025 Gatlinburg Cap Classic. Back here at the 2025 Gatlinburg Classic, Cap Classic, here on the campus of Rocky Top Sports World and Gatlinburg Pittman High School. Top of the 7th. This is Andrew Ryan up to bat, coming from the Faith Christian Patriots in North Carolina. Parker Avert has taken over on the mound for Jagger Scott. And James Eiseminger behind the plate. Team Courage would love to add to this lead, the 6-5 lead they've got. 2-0 count. Faith Christian, they'll actually be up in, they'll be up here. The football team will be up here in August. There's a pop-up foul ball. Strike one. Football team will be up here in August, actually taking on the old team of, what will be the old team of Andrew Barksdale, who's over there on Team Honor. Faith Christian, East Central, and the Black Bear Brawl. About 1,000 feet to my left, I think, somewhere in there. Down at the Gatlinburg Pittman High School football stadium. And ball four. Ball four here, and so Ryan will head to first base.
Ryan heads to first base. It'll be Edwards up at the plate.
Jacob Edwards now up to bat. Got the edge, strike one. Big shout out to, there's a strike here for Edwards. Big shout out to Brian Lee, James Eiseminger, and Jed Scott for joining me. I believe it was in the top of the first, third, and fifth innings, respectively. Not sure it's about time for somebody to come up here. Not sure what happened, but, had some good conversations with all three of those young men. Good young men. Get a foul. Edwards swinging away here. He would love to push Ryan into scoring position, if not all the way around. Edwards smacked, and he'll take his base.
Edwards will go to first.
If I'm not mistaken, I think that's only like the second player that's been hit by pitchers. I think there was one. I know there was one earlier. I think it's only the second guy. A lot of good pitching here at the Cap Classic. Good defensive play. Guys in the outfield snagging balls. Infield balls are whipping around. So strike one. McFarland now up to bat. Kyle McFarland from the Pack Panthers. Strike two. You see the pink jerseys that the Pack Panthers players are wearing, and definitely not their team colors, but I asked about that before the game, and Coach said, look, we were going to go play at NACA, the National Association of Christian Athletes up in Dayton, Tennessee. Players wanted to have some fun and get some different jerseys, and so they were helped, and they settled on these hot pink jerseys. Just baseball players having a little bit of fun. There's Edwards with a bomb to center field. Ryan will tag up at second. Well, no, he'll stay at second, rather. 1 out. That's Jed Scott out there with the snag.
Harville will step up to the plate.
So Harville now up to bat. Bryson Harville, junior from the Pack Panthers. So you got him as a junior. You got Kyle McFarland from the Pack Panthers, who's a junior. And actually, I think the count is 2-2. Get that fixed here momentarily. I believe it's full count, 3-2. The other Pack Panthers, so Harville is a junior. You've got Edwards, who's a junior, and you've got McFarland, who's a junior. Love to see it. Inside. It's a walk. And now the bases are loaded.
Stepping to the plate with the bases loaded.
Rose now up to bat, coming out of Christchurch School. Courage. I mean, potentially with a chance to take a 10-5 lead here. Called strike one. Unable to make the grab in the outfield. Harville will slide into third. Ryan comes home. Harville moves to third. McFarland to second. And Rose now at first. Bases are still loaded. 7-5. Team Courage lead. Inside. Called for ball one. Just a bit outside, but a great job by Iseminger to be right on top of it. Averett, good job covering home as well. Great defensive play. These guys, some of these guys had never met before they got here to Gatlinburg, all on the same page. Just it's a testament to the coaching, testament to the character of these young men, the work ethic to get on the same page and be able to execute. Outside, ball three. Pizza. And a ball 4. And that'll be a run coming in. Harville will cross the plate. McFarland will move to third. Rose will move to second.
Will come home as Robinson steps into the batter box.
And we still have
7-5, Courage leads.
full bases.
Bases are still loaded.
8-5 lead here for Team Courage. And it looks like we're going to get a pitching change. Averett is going to be coming out. And Breeding coming in. Mason Breeding, the inside the park home run earlier in the game. He's had 2 great snags in the outfield, 2 great snags in the infield. And now Breeding has the opportunity to try and close out the inning. 1 out. So while Breeding warms up, we will step aside. Back here in the top of the first. And a strike here on Robinson coming out of Christ Church School, I believe. Robinson with a foul there. So Averett off the mound. And Mason Breeding. Heading in. Robinson. And he caught it. He caught the foul. Harville scores.
Harville scores.
No, I'm sorry. That's McFarland, I believe. So it was 0. Yeah. So Harville scored. Harville scored. Rose at third. Oh, no, it wasn't foul. They'll say it was fair. No, it was foul. Robinson, the foul ball was caught. Robinson's out. Yeah, so Harville tagged up. They'll check Rose at third.
Joyner steals second.
Joyner moves to second. Outside, called for a ball. There's the hit by Harrison. Fire to first. They're going to say he was fair. He was safe. Joyner scores. And Harrison gets the second. And Rose scored as well. Now J.R. Monroe towering over Breeding and Isaminger. J.R. standing at least, I believe he registered at 6'4". 11-5 here.
Your score, 11-5.
And 2 outs is the killer. Had an opportunity to close it out at 8-5, I believe. Breeding giving up a couple hits here. And barely missing Monroe. Bring up a 1-0 count. There's a hit, popped up. Billiot, unable to snag it. No, that's Donnell. No, it is Billiot. So Harrison will move to third.
Runners in the corner. Donaldson at the plate.
And Monroe will move to first. 2 outs. Donaldson at the plate. And what a hit by Donaldson out to right field. Back to the fence. Harrison's going to score. Here comes Monroe and Donaldson with a triple. They'll hold him at third. 13-5, the score now.
Donaldson drives 2 in on his way to third. 13-5 is your score.
Team Courage has pulled away from Team Country. Foul ball here for Lawton. Second foul ball for Lawton, rather. 2 outs. Breeding has a chance to close it here. 0-2 count on Lawton. Donaldson at third. And strike 3. That'll do it. Breeding closes out the inning. A tough inning for him. The bats were loud for Team Courage. They extend their lead to 13-5, but when we come back, we'll have the bottom of the seventh inning. Team Courage 13, Team Country 5. Back here in the bottom of the 7th, Game 2 of the Gatlinburg Cap Classic. James Eiseminger, who joined us in the top of the 3rd, now batting. Jack Rose still on the mound for Team Courage, getting the strike call there. Catching is Andrew Ryan from the Faith Christian Patriots there in North Carolina. Eiseminger pops it to right field. Snagged out number 1.
Edwards with the catch. 1 out. Diamasi steps to the plate.
Damasi with a solid day of his own at the plate. The rain has subsided for now. Little far inside. They'll call it ball. Call it ball 2. Or ball 1, rather. Oh, they'll give him that one. Damasi punches it to short. Out at first. J.R. Monroe with out number 2.
Evans steps to the plate. 2 outs.
And Trip Evans with an opportunity to get on base. Got to keep his team alive here. Bottom of the 7th, 2 outs. Down 13-5. You know he's going to be swinging. Rose with the pitch. What a snag at third. Across to first. It's over. What a defensive play.
Great play.
Oh, they're not going to call it.
Get out of the inning.
What a snag. Oh, yeah. Let's see. Nope, I was too late. Dadgummit. Jaden Jacobson with the absolute snag at third base. And the gun to J.R. Monroe at first. 3 up and 3 down here in the 7th inning. When we come back, they're going to take it to 8. We'll have the top of the 8th inning here at the 2025 Gatlinburg Cap Classic. Back here with the top of the 8th inning at the 2025 Gatlinburg Cap Classic. Breeding still on the mound for Team Country. Team Courage will have the opportunity to grow their lead just a little bit maybe a lot, who knows. But Team Courage or Team Country will have a chance to try and come back. They'll have one more opportunity. That last inning, though, Jack Rose on the mound, those batters went 3 up and 3 down. That defense, great defensive player. I mean, the game's had 18 runs scored, and I'm more impressed with the defense, honestly. I think the defense has been outstanding. I mean, the guy that's batting right now, Jaden Jacobson, with the play that he just made, snagging the ball at third, getting up, firing it to Harrison at first. So Breeding, his first pitch of the inning. Low and a ball 1. Ryan on deck. Got the strike call there. Little low, ball 2. Of course, Game 3 of the Gatlinburg Cap Classic for softball taking place down at one of the lower fields. Here at Rocky Top Sports World. Jacobson with the foul, and it'll be a full count. Let's check in on the softball game. Let's see what we're looking at. And a ball will give Jacobson and a hit by pitch, rather.
It will be Ryan to the batter's box.
Ryan to the box. Down there at the softball field, team commitment 6. Team service 1 in the bottom of the 4th. Top of the 5th, rather. Just wrapped up the 4th inning. So Ryan at the plate now. Ryan with the foul ball there. Breeding getting the call. Hit to short. Fielded. What a snag by Evans at first. He's out there. Jacobson safe at third.
The play is made at first. Jacobson advances to third.
We'll get that defensive play here. Let's see if we can get that replay one more time. Nope, we missed it. All right. Well, we got it once. So Edwards up to bat now. Straight back to Breeding, unable to snag it. At short, bare hand snag. Evans snagged it, but he was off the mound, off the plate rather, off of first base, and so Edwards will be safe at first. Breeding just unable to snag it. Meanwhile, it's a 14-5 game.
14-5. Team Courage leads.
Strike called. Guns it to second. Unable to snag it at second. Center backs it up. And that was Ryan scoring on that one. So Edwards out there at second. McFarland now at the plate. Inside, ball one. Breeding checking Edwards at second. Ball gets by, but snagged by the center fielder. McFarland, though, he tipped it, but it will be a strike. Bring up a 1-2 count. This is Keelan Averett, rather. Behind the dish. McFarland with the foul ball. Counts to 1-2. And a strike three. Breeding sets down McFarland. One out here in the top of the eighth. He's given up one run so far. We'll actually update that because
It will be Harville to step to the plate.
strike there on Harville. Breeding having a day for himself. There's a foul ball down the left field line for strike two. Breeding with the inside the park home run earlier in the game. I believe it was the first or second inning. He's caught four outs, two in the outfield, two at second base. And strike three. Breeding with his second straight strikeout. And that is out number three. That'll do it for the top of the eighth. We head to the bottom of the eighth. Team Country, they got a long ways to go, but they could make the comeback. We'll see what happens when we come back to the 2025 Gatlinburg Cap Classic right here on YouTube. Back here in the bottom of the 8th. Team Country, one last chance to try and even the score. Rose on the mound again for Team Courage. There's the ball. This is Garrick Miller at the plate for Team Country. Foul ball, strike one. Long ways to go. Rose, though, has been they've been coming up. He's been setting them down over the last few innings. There's a hit from Miller to center. Snagged by Robinson, rather. There's out number one.
Robinson makes the catch. That's out number one.
Let's see if we can hit the replay here. Right at the tail end. You can see way out there in center field the snag. So one away. Inside ball one. This is Brian Lee at the plate out of Tuscaloosa Christian. Strike one. He joined us top of the first here in the booth. Got to talk to the young man a little bit. Love it. Lee swinging and missing. 1-2. These Team Country batters, they're going to be swinging away. Got a long ways to go and a short time to get there. Ball two. And they'll rule that Lee did make contact, so he stays alive here with a 2-2 count. And he got him. Brian Lee. Out number two, and Jack Rose.
Donnell will step to the plate.
Now that's got to be at least 9 straight outs. Defense backing him up, but this inning he's been getting it done. Of course, you had Robinson with the snag. Now here's Donnell to the fence. Donnell rounds first to second.
Big hit by Donnell.
Big hit for the young man.
Second.
First hit that Rose has given up in about 3 innings. It was a big one from Donnell. If I'm not mistaken, I think Donnell, somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but I think Donnell is 3 and 4 today. Or 3 for 4. Sorry, 3 for 4. Pop up. This could do it. Robinson closing in on it. Got it. Out number 3. What a job by that Team Country defense. Donnell 4 for 4 rather. Like Wendy's. I like it. I like it.
14-5.
And that's
Team
going to do it.
Courage takes this one.
Final score, Team Courage 14, Team Country 5. Team Courage, one more game to go, taking on Team Honor, who won Game 1 versus Team Country. So there you go. We'll stay live for the presentation of the Golden Glove Award, as well as the MVP Award. The Clay Wintgart MVP Trophy, presented to John Allen Powell for the first game. Brian Lee won the Golden Arm Award. And so once again, we're going to zoom in and get a little bit of this huddle here, post-game meeting. You'll see there on the right, event director Andrew Capps.
Hey guys, will this be a new link? Okay, we're looking.
So MVP award will be handed out here shortly.
I bet you that number 5. He's good. That not in the pink. That white kid. He's really good.
Rose.
Jack Rose with the Golden Arm Award for his performance. And you saw, he gave up the one hit in the 8th inning, but he went 3, maybe 4 innings without giving up a hit. A huge reason that Team Country wasn't able to get the comeback going. So he's the Golden Arm Award winner.
And your coach, Clay Wingard, MVP, is number 20, Mason Breeding.
Mason Breeding from Ezel Harding Christian, winning the MVP award. It was on the losing end today, for this game, but when the young man inside the park home run, responsible for 4 outs, caught 4 fly balls, 2 from second base, 2 from the outfield, and then came in here at the end of the game, pitched the last 2 innings, only gave up 1 run. Did all he could for his team, so you love to see it. Well, that'll do it for Game 2 from the Gatlinburg Cap Classic. We're going to step aside when we come back. Of course, we'll have the third link that you can find here on the YouTube channel to watch Game 3. Meanwhile, while you're waiting on Game 3 to start, go watch Game 3 from the softball games down at the lower field. Spencer Tom said on the call there, same YouTube channel. So, James Shannon, thank you so much for listening and watching. We'll see y'all here in a few minutes.